Hi YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. March 6th, we have 8 NBA games to jump into today. Last night we went 3-3. We split against the spread here. We had the Hornets -4, that hit. Warriors, LeBron James absolutely just went off and took that game over and won it for them. So we lost that Warriors play. Steph Curry under 5.5 rebounds, cash. PJ Washington under 6.5 rebounds, cash. Desmond Bane under 17.5 points. I think he finished like 22 or something. That was last I checked, and it was over. And then the ride of the day. So the ride of the day here, shout out to my man Hells Bells. Ride of the day, he had Duncan Robinson over 2.5 threes. Duncan Robinson had 2 early threes. We jumped on this with Hells Bells here, and Duncan Robinson doesn't hit another shot for the rest of the game. He had 6 points total, those 2 threes, and he had 2 early. So I liked the play. I jumped on it, but unfortunately we have a womp, 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 a loss of the ride of the day. And before we even get into the picks, I got to give a couple shout outs here. Got to get the bag and sandbox cards. These are two obviously OGs of the channel here, but we didn't have a hashtag of the day yesterday. We didn't have a hashtag of the day, but Wozative. They both said Wozative. Hashtag Wozative. WOZZATIVE. If you guys don't know that saying, it means, you don't pay attention to the end of the videos or anything like that, but that was a really Wozative reaction. So shout out to you guys for using that hashtag, and that immediately inspired some merch ideas, just straight up Wozative right there. But let's jump into it today, guys. Hit that subscribe button, like the video. Obviously, we're not in the office here with the mic or camera, but we're getting these videos out where we can, and I know that the audio and the video quality stink compared to what we're used to, but we're grinding away here. As some of you guys that watch every single day know that things are kind of things are pretty fluid right now. So we are trying to get these out here and be consistent. So hopefully, guys, you appreciate that. But let's jump into it here. We have the Celtics 4.5 point favorites at home against the Knicks. Early game today against the Nets. I don't know what if I just said the Knicks. It's an early game today. 1 p.m. start for them. Curry is probable. Harris been out for season, and Ben Simmons is not playing for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown is questionable, and Aaron Nesmith is out. This Nets team 2-4 against the spread in their last 6 games. Boston, they're playing some good basketball, as we've seen. 8-2 straight up in their last 10 against the spread in their last 10 games. They're 6-4 at home. They're 3-2. Celtics are playing really well. Jaylen Brown is going to be the determining factor here. Obviously, when you have KD and Kyrie and some of the other role players there for the Nets, they are a good team. The Nets' recent trends, I don't think, would explain their level of skill here, because obviously they've been really struggling, but they've been banged up, beaten, and bruised. So as of right now, I lean Celtics, assuming Jaylen Brown plays. If Jaylen Brown doesn't play, I stick away from this game. You guys know that I'm biased towards the Celtics. I do not bet against the Celtics. So if Jaylen Brown is questionable and he's ruled out, probably sticking away from this one. If he's in, I lean Celtics here -4.5. But that reminds me, make sure to keep an eye on the pinned comment, guys. That is where my final plays will be on this channel. We go through each and every game. I give you what I'm thinking, give you my lean on the game. My final plays will be in the pinned comment, as well as any player prop additions. The player props that we look at and do loads of research on, we add those to there as well. So make sure to check that out. And now we talked about the hashtag ride of the day. All you got to use is hashtag ride of the day in the comments and give me one player prop. You can give me multiple, but I'll just pick one of yours. Hashtag ride of the day. Give me a player prop, and I will jump on and give you a shout out, whether it wins or loses. But we will be, putting my money where your mouth is, trusting your research, everything like that. So hashtag ride of the day in the comments, and we'll have a hashtag of the day here. So stay tuned to the end of the video. That's another way to get shouted out. All right, let's move on to the Bucks 9.5 point favorites over the Suns. The Suns team actually coming off 2 wins. Obviously, they don't have Chris Paul. They don't have Devin Booker today. The teams that they beat, Portland and New York, are not that great. Meanwhile, you look over at Milwaukee, who now in 3 games in a row here, they didn't cover against Miami 2 games in a row, but they beat Charlotte, Miami, and Chicago. They're playing good basketball. I just don't know if I like 9.5 points. I feel like that's a lot. I think that's right on the number. If it was 7.5, I would truly consider this, but I'm going to lean Milwaukee. But if I'm being completely transparent, it's a far chance of me actually placing this one, because to have to beat the Suns by double digits, the Suns team still is a good team, relatively speaking, without their 2 best players, and a good team can always cover a double-digit spread against a really good team, in my opinion. So this is one of those where I say the favorite, the number is just a little bit too big for me. So 9.5, I lean, but that's as far as I'll go with the lean. Next up, we have the Wizards, 2.5 point favorites over the Pacers here. Pacers 4-9 in their last 13 games against the spread. Washington 5-13 straight up in their last 18. They're not playing well, but why would they be? Best player out for season. and Porzingis now upgraded to probable there, so they do get someone back. I like Washington at home here. I don't love the play, but this has definitely got a strong chance of making it into the final plays here. Looks like Duarte and Bataze are both questionable. Stevenson's questionable, as we know. We've had Miles Turner out indefinitely, so a lot of these crucial players like Duarte and Bataze, I don't think that those guys are underrated anymore because this Pacers team lost a lot of talent at the deadline, I think we can say. All of a sudden, these guys are now stepping up and very necessary players, and the fact that they're questionable, if they're out, I like the Wizards here even if they're not out, but if they're out, I think that this is a home run play there. Wizards 2.5 there, and you can even the odds there for money line aren't even terrible either. All right, Rockets 10.5 point dogs here at home against the Grizzlies. Grizzlies back to back. They smoked Orlando last night, 124-96 here. They're 12-4 against the spread in their last 16 games, and it's funny because 12-4 against the spread in the last 16 games. Houston the exact opposite, 4-12 against the spread in their last 16 games. There, we're gonna lean Memphis here minus 10.5. This Rockets team has given up on basketball. That is a absolute fact. They've just lost, and they're lucky that they're even covering at some point. So we're leaning Memphis here. It sucks that they just played last night and they still have to win by 11 tonight, but we're leaning that way either way. But make sure to keep an eye on the pin comment because that's kind of on the fence for me for a final play or not. But we're gonna lean Memphis there minus 10.5. I think that they're just way better and they actually care about basketball right now, whereas Houston literally is like, whatever. When's the draft? Next up, Thunder, 13.5 point dogs against the Jazz. This Thunder team, I don't know what's going on here, but we keep betting the Thunder and they keep losing for us. They go loss, win against the spread, and for whatever reason, we're on the wrong side of that. Well, we're probably going to be on the wrong side of it again because we're leaning Thunder. 13.5 points seems like it's so much to me, and Utah is 1-4 in their last 5 games against the spread. They're not trending in the totally right direction. They have won 3 of their last 4, but against a Dallas team who's red hot, I give them credit for that. Phoenix, injured, beaten and bruised. Won that game by 4. Houston, they only beat by 5. Really bad team, and the Pelicans took it to them. I'm leaning Thunder here, plus 13.5. All right, Cavs, 4.5 point favorites over the Rockets, or the Raptors, excuse me, at home. This Raptors team was really hot. They were really red hot, probably a little less than a month ago, and now in their last 6 games, they've dropped 4 of them. Cleveland, same thing. They're not playing good basketball. Toronto's 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games. Cleveland's 1-6 against the spread in their last 7. Van Fleet is questionable. Anunoby is out. Wilson's out. Flynn is questionable. And Johnson is out for Cleveland. No new injuries there. I think we're going to lean Cleveland here. That's a decent amount of points. I'd love to buy 2 points or so and get this down to 2.5, but we're going to lean the home team strictly because they're the home team. I think these two teams are very similar right now, especially Van Fleet's not playing. I think these teams are very similar. And, it's just going to come down to the home team here for me. Both these teams trending in the wrong direction. One of them has to come out on top. I think it might be the Cleveland Cavaliers instead of the Raptors there. All right, Nuggets 4-point favorites against the Pelicans here. This Pelicans team is, they are just surprising me. 4 wins in a row here against the spread. In their last 5, they're 4-1. In their last 10, they're 6-4 against the spread. But this Denver team's playing really well against the spread too. I think we get a good number here because of this Pelicans team playing so well. So we're gonna lean Denver. They are the better team. Jokic's upgraded to probable. Doesn't look like they're going to be without him. That would be the only thing that kind of makes me think, okay, let's not bet against this Pelicans team right now. But New Orleans playing good basketball. Nuggets also playing good basketball. And if Jokic is a go, which he's upgraded to probable, we're going to lean that way. Denver -4. I feel like we've picked a lot of favorites in this video. A few underdogs though, like that Thunder pick. Clippers 4.5 point favorites at home against the Knicks. It is crazy how bad this Knicks team has become. It really is. Toppin's going to be out. Grimes is going to be out for the Clippers here. Same old injuries for them as well. But this Clippers team playing good basketball. 5 wins in a row. Not the best talent here. Houston, Lakers, Houston, Lakers. Like, they've played 2 teams since February 17th, which is crazy. But we're still going to lean Clippers here because I cannot trust the Knicks. So we're going home team and better team as of right now. In their last 10, this Clippers team is 7-3. Knicks are 1-9. Against the spread as well, they're 7-3. So we like this. These 2 teams played late January. Knicks won. Kind of makes me like this even more. Knicks got the win that time. Clippers don't want to lose this team again. Boom. They go out there and smash them. So Knicks, Clippers -4.5 is going to be our lean there. That's going to wrap it up for the predictions portion of this video, guys. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, like the video, use that hashtag ride of the day if you have a player prop you guys want me to ride with, and you guys got a shout out doing that each, whether you win or lose. But also use hashtag, what's the hashtag of the day? Hashtag of the day, hashtag mobile, M-O-B-I-L-E, because I have been mobile recording these videos in different places, different times, different settings. You guys out there that watch every single day are probably like, are you homeless? Do you have a home? I do. Things are just a little weird right now. So hashtag mobile in the comments and give me guys what you guys are playing for the night. Give me all your plays. If you have a winning night, a positive night, a positive night, you guys have a chance to be shouted out in tomorrow's video. And shout out to Gotta Get the Bag and Sandbox cards there for the Wositive hashtag. I love seeing that. That's two OGs right there. We might just make merch saying Wositive across there. So let me know what you guys think of that. We'll catch you guys in the next video. As always, peace out.